Hello everyone, I am Rajkumar Yadav, PGT Economics from St. Paul Senior Secondary School, Eton. Students, as I am going to start our next new chapter, again I am suggesting you to be careful about your studies because this is your board year and you have to prepare your subject thoroughly that you may face the examinations without any stress or the tension. So students, here is your next chapter which I am going to start. The name of the chapter is Measurement of National Income, in which methods of calculating national income we will discuss. Students, today in this video I will tell you about the introduction of methods of calculating national income, and first method out of them is that product method. Students, along with the product method, or we can say the value added method, I will tell you about the income method, expenditure method as well, and about those items which are excluded from the GNP measurement, gross national product means, and I will tell you also about the national income at current prices and constant prices. Along with these topics, treatment of different items in the calculation of national income, which includes reconciliation of three methods of measuring national income. So here is your video. So students, after completion of our last chapter, national income and related aggregates, today I am going to start the next chapter called Measurement of National Income, methods of calculating national income. In this chapter, students, we will study about three various methods by which we estimate the national income, or we can measure the national income. Students, money value of physical goods and services generates income, as we know it well. Means income is generated from the monetary value of physical goods and services. It means that there is an income flow corresponding to the flow of output. Here, goods and services are purchased by people through consumption expenditure, which gives rise to income for the producers of goods and services. And in our previous chapter, we find that production gives rise in income, and this income gives rise in expenditure, and expenditure causes production of goods and services. So students, it is a circular flow which keeps repeating again and again. So we know that production is the result of combined efforts of all four sectors of production. These four factors of production are land, labor, capital and fourth one is entrepreneur. Students, these four factors of production, land, labor, capital and entrepreneur are paid for their services out of value of output. These four factors of productions are paid for their services, paid in the form of rent, will be paid in the form of rent, and labor will be for its wages, while interest will be the payment for capital and the profit will be the payment for the entrepreneurship. And from where these four payments are made? These four payments are made from the value of output. Value of output. Value of output means total monetary value of the products, means total quantity of the product multiplied by the market price. Market price is also known as the sales. Value of output means quantity into sales. We get the payment for these four factors of production from the value of output. Students, income is generated in the production process. We know it well. Income is generated from where? From production process. And income is generated from production process. Production process. And same this income is distributed among these four factors of production: land, labor, capital and entrepreneur. How this income has been distributed among four factors of production? By making the payments for their services, because producers render the services from these four factors of production, and in place of their services, producer pay the rent, wages, interest and profit to these four factors of production. So this distribution is the income for the factor of production, and this income, I told here that this income raises the expenditure. and expenditure will raise with the raise in income. If income will increase, then the expenditure will automatically increase. Means level of expenditure is highly depend on the level of income. As much as there will be change in income, the expenditure will automatically change. And this expenditure leads to change in further production. As here the expenditure is increasing, so the production will also increase with the increase in expenditure. And why the expenditure is increasing? Because of increase in income. So directly we can say increase in income causes the increase in production. If income will increase, then the production will increase. Therefore, there are three phases in circular flow of income. So, three phases in circular flow of income are production phase, and second one is income phase, and third one is expenditure phase. So on the basis of these three phases, production phase, income phase and expenditure phase, accordingly the national income can be defined into three different ways. So national income on the basis of these above phases, national income can be defined in three different ways. First one is national income with the help of product method. And second one is income method. And third one is expenditure method. So now I will discuss in short these three methods of national income one by one. Now first one is product method. In product method, students, mainly flow of goods and services produced has been considered. In this method, students, we can say that from production point of view, National income is the sum of monetary value of all the final goods and services produced by normal residents during a period of an accounting year. Here in product method, students, we consider mainly the monetary value of all the final goods and services only, which are produced by the normal residents during a period of accounting year. Now, the second method is income method. Students, in income method, we consider mainly the flow of income distributed. Income which was generated in the process of production and has been distributed among the factors of production, as I told you many times, in the form of rent, wages, and third one is interest, then the profit. So students, from income point of view, national income is the sum of factor incomes earned by normal residents of a country in the form of rent, wages, interest, and profit. So in income method, students, we mainly consider the income which was distributed to the factor of production in the form of rent, wages, interest, and profit. Now third one is expenditure method. Students, in expenditure method, mainly we consider the flow of expenditure. From expenditure point of view, national income is the net output of commodities and services. Here commodities means goods. Commodities and services flowing during the year from countries' production system in the hands of ultimate consumers or it is the net addition to the country's capital goods. Students, all these three methods, product method, income method and expenditure method, are important in their own way, as these method refers to different methods or approaches to the study of national income. One more thing, students, all these three methods, product method, income method and the expenditure method, gives the same estimate of national income. Remember this point. All these three methods, product method, income method and expenditure method, provides us the same estimation of national income. There will be no difference between the answers of the three methods. Now students, we will start with our first method of estimation of national income, that is the product method. Product method of national income. Students, this method is also known as the value added method. Of estimation of national income or the output method. Output method. Students, there are two approaches, or we can say the methods, mainly included in value added product or output method, while estimation of national income. These two methods are, number one, final product method, and number two is value added method. First, we will take the final product method. Final product method. Students, this final product method is also known as GDP. GDP is for gross domestic product. Here, students, GDP is defined as the monetary value of all the final goods and services produced by the all producing unit located in the domestic territory of a country in an accounting year. Students, GDP is calculated by multiplying the gross product with market prices. With market prices means GVO at market price or the gross value output. GVO at market price. It is the result of total sales plus change in stock or gross value output at market price. GVO at MP is equal to price into output, because sales is the result of price of the product and total output which is sold out plus change in stock. Here GVO means gross value output. Students, as we know, GVO is for gross value output. Students, as it is the gross value, as GVO is gross, it includes depreciation. As I told you earlier, gross, while we estimate the gross value, we have to add depreciation. It includes depreciation. And being at market price, it includes net indirect taxes. As I told you earlier, while we estimate the market values, market price of the product, then we have need to add the net indirect taxes. And finally, since GVO is domestic value. Domestic value, it includes production by all production units within domestic territory. Within domestic territory of a country. Students, GVO, gross value output, is the aggregation, means summation of aggregation of monetary value of final goods and services just to avoid the problem of double counting. Students, we have to add the monetary value of only of final goods and services, means term final is important here. Final goods and services, why? Just to avoid the problem of double counting. Problem of double counting. Students, it is enough for today, as the video is going too lengthy. It is near about 40 minutes. In our next video, I will start from the problem of double counting and further about the product method. So, thank you. Now, students, that was your today's video, in which I give you the introductory knowledge about the chapter along with the types of methods separately, and first method of calculating national income, product method, has been also completed half. Remaining part of this method I will tell you in my next video. Students, you have to continuously make your notes and submit your notebooks while you complete the notes completely. Till then, stay safe, stay happy at your home. Jai Mata Ki.